Okay. So we're getting ready to begin our lemongrass demonstration, our lemongrass oil demonstration. And I want to thank everyone who took time to come out, everyone, all farmers. Thank you for all your efforts in providing food for our community. My name is Benita Martin, and I want to introduce the project team. Our project team includes Maria Styles. Iria, hold your hand up, please. Chimwe Ozaza. Ozaze. Sorry, Chimwe. And Barbara Knight. Stand up, Barbara, please.
All right.
So this is the team. We're all four of us are farmers. Two of us are farmers in St. Thomas and two farmers in St. Croix. And this project was a grant through Southern Sustainable Agriculture Research and Education. And I just want to acknowledge a couple of our partners, our supporters. One is the University of the Virgin Islands School of Agriculture, the Virgin Islands Department of Agriculture, and we just have quite a few family and supporters in the project. I'm going to begin. We've already began here with the distillation, but the next part we're going to go through the complete steps. So in case anyone have to leave, we begin the process. But we are going to go through the complete steps of the process. Dr. Peterson, who is representing the University of the Virgin Islands School of Agriculture, but he also is the Southern SARE coordinator for the Virgin Islands. And he'll speak to us now regarding that program.
Thank you, Ms. Martin. And good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
What a beautiful morning it is here at the Farmers Market.
Yes, sir.
My name is Louis Akil Peterson. I am the Assistant Director with the UVI, Cooperative Extension Service within the School of Agriculture. But I'm also, like Ms. Martin said, the Territorial Coordinator for the SARE program. SARE is the acronym for the Sustainable Agriculture Research and Education Program. I want to speak to you just a little bit about the SARE program and then introduce our presenters for today, okay? Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. So the SARE program is a federally funded program under the US Department of Agriculture. And it is divided into regions, and of course, because we are here in the USVI, we're a part of the southern region. The SARE program, the goal of this program, the mission of this program is to support and to promote sustainable agricultural systems. And by that we mean, one, systems that are profitable for the farmers over the long term. Two, systems that help farmers to be better stewards or custodians of the natural resources. And three, systems that are going to be good for the quality of life for farmers and the community in general. So those three things are what we speak about when we say sustainable agriculture. And the SARE program promotes this by providing funding in 7 different areas. I have a leaflet here that you can have when I'm finished if you wish. But this is a 7-grant program, and one of those grants that I want to speak about is the Producer Grant. The Producer Grant is a grant that was received by these 4 sisters that were just introduced. And this Producer Grant can be applied for by any farmer or any group of farmers. That's correct. The idea behind the Producer Grant is that we know that farmers sometimes have the best of ideas, innovative ideas about solving problems. So what this grant does for you is to give you funding that you can use to work on whether it's a marketing project or a research project, an educational project that is going to benefit you as a farmer, but also farmers in your region. And that is exactly what this particular program, this project does. And therefore, I want to congratulate Sisters Iria, Benita, Chinwe, and Barbara for having applied for and for the last approximately 2 years working on this project you're going to hear about today. The other thing that you might not know, and they might not know, is that we wanted to promote the number of applications from the USVI. And so about 2 or 3 years ago, we had presentations on St. Thomas and St. Croix to promote the SARE program. These 4 sisters are the very first recipients of the SARE Producer Grant in the USVI. So I want to ask you to join me in congratulating them because they really have made history. Wow. They have made history, okay? And my goal here today is to commend them, support them, of course, but also my goal here today is to encourage all of our farmers to apply for the same funding, okay? If you are a farmer, whether you're a crop farmer, a livestock farmer, a beekeeper, whomever, and you think you have ideas that can work in a SARE Producer Grant, give it a try, give us a call. 1, you can reach me. My telephone number is 693-1083. That's 1. Secondly, the assistant for the program is Ms. Vanessa Forbes over here in St. Croix. I'm usually in St. Thomas. You may know Vanessa Forbes. And her number is 692-4054. But now, you may also speak to any of these sisters about the SARE program and the producer grant that they got, okay? So having said that, I want to encourage you again to consider the grants. After I leave this podium, I'm going to have some leaflets. If you want, like I said, I can share them with you. But also, I want to encourage you to interact with these 4 sisters. Congratulations again, Sister Iria Stiles, Sister Benita Martin, Sister Shenwe Saze, and Sister Barbara Knight for having done such a wonderful job. And thank you all of you and the VI Department of Agriculture for hosting this field day today. Oh, one thing I want to share with you is please realize that if you are successful at getting a producer grant, all we ask of you at the very end is to share the information. And that's what's being done today, sharing the information through this field day. So thanks again for being here. Please tune in, listen in to what the sisters have to share. This is what we call female power today, right?
Okay. All right, good morning again. So we're going to go through the process of the distillation, and it's a DIY project. Even though we have a pretty big pressure cooker, you can use any size pressure cooker. We hook up the hose to the top where the steam normally comes out, and the steam passes through the tube and go into the condenser. So you can use this particular tube. Oh, okay. Barbara has the tube. So that particular tube works well. There's others that are clear, but that particular one works well with the heat that's passing through. And then inside the pot and the condenser is a copper tubing also. And so you can actually do it yourself. And this is a regular 5-gallon pot. We use grommets. And Iria actually drilled the holes in it to make it. And so she's going to explain the whole distillation process. Oh, you need to?
Okay, blessed day, everybody. Welcome. All right, so I'm just going to say we are all learning this together. So if any one of you want to chime in, please do so. All right, so basically what we did was we harvested the lemongrass and we cut it up into pieces, and we have this setup here where we have well, let me just start there. These are the parts, right? We have the external boilers, which are pressure cookers, right? And then we have the hose that goes from the pressure cooker into what we've created here, being a condenser chamber. This is the condenser chamber, which is the entire 5-gallon bucket, right? The coils, the copper coils, could you hold them up, please? The copper coils that are inside are actually the condenser, okay? And this is filled up with water. And when the lemongrass starts to bubble and the steam starts to rise, it goes through the tube into the copper and begins to go through the condensation process in the chamber And what we're doing continuously to keep the water cool is continuously put ice. We got to keep it cool in order to facilitate the separation of the oil and the hydrosol, which is distilled plant essence, botanical cellular essence, okay? So that's the process. And so what we're gonna do today is, in our experiment, we took two different varieties of lemongrass, the East Indian and the West Indian lemongrass. And we cultivated them both on St. Croix and on St. Thomas. Okay, we had a plot there and a plot here. And we basically visited each other to, do the planting and preparation and all of that kind of stuff, right? So, and we took care of it throughout time. And, all these different things have come in the way of us actually, finishing it. We've actually been working on it for a while, but we haven't stopped, and we actually here doing this now. So, anyhow, so the process that we go through here is we're going to just do a demonstration of what we did. Is this on now? Okay, this one is on presently. And so what we are going to do is observe it. We're going to be here and we're going to observe it as the steam goes through the tube and it begins to condense through the process and become hydrosol. At this point, what we need to do then is separate it. We put it in a separator and we separate the hydrosol from the oil. Okay? And this is the separator right here. Okay? So one of the other things that we did, we prepared a brochure. So while we're waiting for the lemongrass to distill, we will pass these out so you all can look at them. That has all different information about the scientific name, medicinal properties of lemongrass, lemongrass oil, and how it can be used in farming. Okay, and also we made some boards here, so enjoy them. That documents our process. And also, my mother, please stand up. Rosaura Perez Rivera, she drew this image of this picture of lemongrass, and I created a coloring page, so these will also be handed out as well. Okay? So thank you very much. Anybody feel like you need to say anything to add something?
So in a little while, you're going to see the liquid start to come out here. Like we said, we have one started, and now we're going to do the next one in front of you. So you're going to see us put in the water. You're going to see us put in the lemongrass. But this one is already going, and you're going to begin to see the hydrosol and the oil come out here. The hydrosol is a byproduct, but we actually produce more hydrosol than we do lemongrass. So you're going to begin to see it come out here.
Okay. So we're going to begin the total process. We already have the lemongrass cut up. We cut it up as small as we can. And inside of the pot, we put a strainer or anything inside of the pot so the lemongrass does not be touched by the water. Because we're taking the water and taking the steam to push the vapors, the compounds off of the lemongrass. So this is in the bottom, and then this plate is on top of it to hold the lemongrass on. Oh, no. Where's the Yeah. So you use the purified water because it's not down flat. It's okay though, right? Okay. So we use purified water because that is what's going to make the steam. So you wanted the water as pure as possible. Here's one open cover too. So you want purified distilled water to go inside your pot. So what's coming out, it'll be pure and also free of bacteria. And so we're putting enough water so it doesn't touch the lemongrass. It just barely gets to the top of the plate on the bottom. And as I said, you can use any size pot to begin your project. And on the, as you can see, the steam is getting ready to pass through here. It's bubbling. You want some gloves? Make sure it's up to the top then. Now, in the process, and while you're looking at your brochure, you'll see benefits of lemongrass. Lemongrass itself is being used in Israel. They've been doing cancer research for lemongrass for over 15 years. And it's not that it's going to cure cancer. What it do is combat the cells from regenerating. Lemongrass by itself, just lemongrass is an antibacterial, antifungal, a sedative. It is pure of vitamin A, so it's providing you some of your essential vitamins. We put on the references, some YouTubes, so you can actually see the process after today, because that's really how we learn, and we watched several of them to make a final decision of which one we want to use, and which one of the projects we wanted to use. So this project, hopefully other farmers will see it, people in the community, and get a better appreciation of our natural medicinal plants. This is a $300 billion industry. And Guatemala is at the top, then India, Asia, and then Africa. And I think the Virgin Islands should be number 4. We should be number 1, but we need to start off somewhere so we can push forward. And so it's a matter of developing technology. This is home technology, but there is technology. And the way it has been successful in other countries is cooperative work. Farmers cooperatively deciding to pull a section out of their farms to grow collectively the lemongrass, harvest it, and then take it to a central point where it is desalted, and then produce the oil. And you'll see it. Oh, yes. In each container, we measure 5 pounds of lemongrass. So right now we're dealing with 5 pounds, and in the end, you'll see it's only going to be a very small amount. So that's why you need fields of lemongrass to develop it to an industry, to a real end. But it is a viable industry. We got the weather, we have the land, our soil base is perfect, and it's something we can collectively come together and say, we want to get 10% of that, $30 billion. So I think that's it. It should be starting to drip. As you can see, it's beginning to drip. That's the hydrosol. And we got to keep putting more and more ice in here because it's going to get very, very hot. Because that steam is very hot. So it's going to, it requires some cooling of the steam. Can you smell the lemongrass? Yes. Oh, no, I'm not saying that. And so, as far as which one produced the most, that is something I will be coming back on to the department farm, to Mr. Abraham's radio station by the 1st of March. We're going to have all the information, statistics on what went on, so you'll have a better idea of which one produced the most. Okay, we need to start maybe putting ice and water in that one, so put it on. Put it on. Okay.
Is this on? Greetings? Okay. 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 So I just want to bring attention to these boards so that for those of you who didn't get a chance to come when we began, at least you could check the information right here. So this board over here just basically documents with photography the different stages, which would have been the preparation of the land. And there's pictures where you see us come together. This was here on St. Croix. And then the planting of the lemongrass. And then over here, the harvesting, irrigation, processing, and distillation. So this is just fun to look at, okay? So now this board over here shows the name and the scientific name of each variety that we used in the experiment, one being West Indian and the other being East Indian. Okay, and so I put this in big bold because I felt it was something important for everybody to kind of focus on. Did you know that the most popular use of lemongrass worldwide is for the production of lemongrass essential oil? But that's not the only way it can be used. It's used in many, many other ways. And so I want to just engage the audience, those ones who are here. Could somebody just share one way? Yes, baby.
Yeah,
Come closer. Turn around.
yeah, lemongrass oil can be used in many ways, and it's really awesome. Like, you can drink lemongrass in teas, juices.
That's right.
You can mix it with coconut oil and use it in your hair. It's an awesome conditioner.
Okay, give thanks. Okay, so it's good for to drink as tea. It's great for your hair as an awesome conditioner. Anybody else want to chime in and give a?
I'm not coming up there, but I cook.
That's okay.
I cook with it.
Okay. Yes, Mama Lisa cooks with it and culinary for food and cooking. It's big in Thai cuisine. We know this. Okay. So what else? Mama Kemba says insect repellent. It's a great insect repellent, and also not only the oil, but they said that when you plant it around your house, right, that it does, avert mosquitoes from coming around. Okay. So anybody else? Soap? Soap. Okay, right. For health and beauty purposes, soap. All right, so I'm going to read, but I'm going to go ahead and read what is here on this board, just so that we can see what we have here documented. And it says that lemongrass essential oil can be used as an antiseptic, analgesic, astringent, antidepressant, antimicrobial, antibacterial, insecticide, in culinary arts, and in cosmetics. Okay, and so especially now during the time of a pandemic, I feel that we have a gift around us that grows seamlessly and effortlessly that can be utilized to protect us from these viruses and different type of illnesses that are, circulating. Okay, for health and therapeutics, used to strengthen the immune system, maintain healthy cholesterol, reduce fever, control obesity, treat stomach disorder, diabetes, cancer, relieve pain, remove harmful toxic waste, and also used in aromatherapy to relieve anxiety and stress. It assists in grounding, in grounding you so that it promotes clear thinking. okay, which when you're thinking clearly, you're able to make better choices, better decisions in every moment, and it dispels feelings of despair and lethargy. And so, you know, it's very healing on mind, body, spirit, on many levels, not just physically, right? Okay, so in addition to that, hold on one second. Do you want, okay, so we also have here agricultural, the agricultural benefits for crop production. So I'm gonna allow Chinwe to come in and talk a little bit about that.
So the agricultural benefits of lemongrass for crop production says, due to its root system, lemongrass can be used as ground cover to retain soil moisture and to control soil erosion. Planted on borders or as a divider of crops, it prevents invasive plants and weeds from growing in the crop area. When planting various types of greens, lemongrass can be used as a divider between crops to assist in repelling whiteflies and aphids. Lemongrass can also be used to as a feed additive for poultry and to help with the poultry's growth rate. Other agricultural benefits of lemongrass oil. The main ingredient, the active ingredient in lemongrass is citral, and citral is an antimicrobial which prevents bacteria and fungal growth on plants. Lemongrass oil is 75% citral. Acetate is also in lemongrass, and it's the most active ingredient in lemongrass essential oil. It's a biopest. Lemongrass oil is used to get rid of yellow jackets. So, all right.
Does anybody else have anything to add to that? Yes? Okay, hold on one second. Okay, so we'll take some questions. We'll take questions in a minute. Does anybody have anything to add? Okay, that was it was a question?
No, that's a statement.
Okay, what's the statement? I'm sorry.
The water, you know, the hydrosol,
Yes.
can also be used
Okay, so she was just saying so everybody could hear to mention that the hydrosol, which is the botanical, right, the botanical essence of the plant that is separated through the distillation process, okay, can also be utilized for cosmetic purposes, right? So I know all of us are familiar with rose water, correct? How many of us have seen or used rose water before? Okay. Well, rose water is a hydrosol. All right. And so it can be used as a spray, as a spritzer, as a, air freshener to tonify the skin. And of course, since lemongrass has so many antimicrobial properties and it's an insecticide, I'm sure if you sprayed it on your body, it would also avert mosquitoes as well, right? Maybe not as strong as the oil, of course, but it still would work in the same way. And it's just refreshing, right? In the same way that rose water is. Okay, any other comments, questions? Yes? Yes, Princess? Say that again? No. I'm not hearing you. Okay, so the leaf, she said the leaf is a good breath freshener, kind of like how you would use peppermint, right? Okay? Okay, so hold on.
Okay, for the most part, we cut the stove off because we believe that all of the water has evaporated out. Okay, the idea was the steam is coming through here and it's coming down the piping tube and out here, right? So if you look at this, okay, what do you see here? Yeah. So the goal was for us to do what? Our goal in this project is to make what? Essential oil, right? And we said that we need how much for the essential oil to be yielded? A little bit, a lot? A lot. So if you look in that, you will see just a film of oil, right? And the rest of it is the what? Hydrosol, which is the fragrance water, which is, does that have benefit and value? Yes. So it might be more profitable to focus on the hydrosol, right? So the separator, okay, is to go, so it's to go through here, and then as that comes down in here, right? This is an apparatus such that we can release the hydrosol from here and make sure that we retain the essential oil that's on the top of the hydrosol. Okay? So all we want in here when all is said and done is to have the essential oil, and what all we will get based on what we're doing is a mere film, not very much. Okay? So we need like yields and yields and yields and yields of the bush, the herb. So this is just to give you an idea of really how much herb that we really have to plant and propagate and okay, but for the most part, the glass measuring cup.
So to be specific, it takes more than 7,000 pounds of lemongrass to make over a quart of oil. So if you could visualize that, some of the videos that we watched while we were studying this had productions in Down Island, where yes, in Dominica, where the external boiler was huge. Okay, just huge. They have machines to chop up the lemongrass. I mean, it's a big production, and this is the way that this kind of business can be viable. This is a countertop do-it-yourself distiller that if you want to create something at home for yourself, your family, your loved ones, you can make it. You can take care of yourself, right? But if you're looking at a business, for it to be viable, you need equipment, for quantity, right? Okay, but it's still a good thing to know because we have to move towards sustainability. So it's a good exercise to know how to do these things, because we can not only we use lemongrass for this particular experiment, but the possibilities are endless. I mean, think of all the different herbs and all the different types of plants that we have that we can actually do this with, and just provide for ourselves in our home, right? So right now what they're doing is pouring the hydrosol into the separator. So, this is just a demonstration to show you the process on a small scale. But when the condensation happens and you see that you have the hydrosols, and then the oils kind of rise into, the oil rise into the top, just like how when you would make coconut oil, how the oil rises, right? So this is a separator that it just drains it slowly until you reach to the to the very end, and we start to kind of cut off, release it slowly so that we could hold on to the oil that's on the top. and then let that drain into another tube, right? So, yeah, but a hydrosol is lovely. Yeah, it's lovely. So this is the process here. Does anybody have any questions, comments?
What is the shelf life? What is the shelf life of your hydrosol?
Oh, okay. She was asking about the shelf life of the hydrosol.
On average, 2 years. On average, 2 years, but I've made the hydrosol before and I kept it for a much longer time. And I think refrigerated, it can extend much beyond that. But they say 2 years. This lady looks like if she knows something about it.
Yes. So, I mean, I like to put it in the fridge because it's cool. You know, it's cooling. And like spray it on me. So it's nice, you know? Yeah. Okay. So any other questions? Yes.
In the production process, you know, factory wise, how is it done for this section here? Because I know it's not that simple.
No.
Okay.
No, it's not.
It's the same function but a different process, right?
And they also go through another system of a double system where they turn it again, speed it up, and turn it again to more purify it.
It's like a centrifuge.
Yes, yes, very good science teacher.
So what you're looking at is like a micro process right here, a really small, on a really
Right.
small
I
scale.
understand.
When you have a larger scale, then you have a whole lot more oil.
Okay.
So that the hydrosol, you can, when you let it off, we have a very, very small amount here. So it's kind of intricate to separate it. But when you're dealing with a much larger scale, you can, there's going to be some oil and that mixes with the hydrosol, but you have a lot more oil to do that. We're just really working on a very micro scale today. Actually, when we do it out full scale, we ended up we had larger jars, about 2 or 3 times the size, and for each 5 gallon, we got about 2 of those. So you get a whole lot more hydrosol, yes, as well. Yes, the gallon size.
We didn't start this pop because, of course, the best laid plans. Both of the eyes were working yesterday. We tested everything, but now this part of the stove is not working today. So you got a chance to actually see the process, what's going on, and see exactly how to set up. And anytime you need any further information in case you want to set up one at your home, we have Barbara Knight and Maria Stiles here that will be able to, you can contact and they can be able to assist you. Anyone else? That's it. So I'd like to thank everyone who came out to see our project, and thank all the farmers that are here for your activities, your farming endeavorment for our community. Anyone else have anything to say?
And on behalf of IREA, Barbara and I, we really want to thank Sister Benita for heading up this project and being the backbone of this project. So give Sister Benita some love. She did an amazing job in bringing us together, coordinating our travel back and forth to St. Thomas and St. Croix for the production. And she's just a stalwart farmer and community leader. Thank you, Sister Benita.
Okay. Hold on a second. Yes. Okay, so if you would like to get in touch with me, my Facebook, you can find me on Facebook, Maria Aurora, Aurora, Styles, Stiles. If you would like to see how this is set up, wow, perfect timing. Give thanks and praise. Okay, if you would like to come and see, up here, we're taking 10 people at a time to come and look at the setup. Okay, as long as we stay social distance, you can come up and check and see how it's set up. Have a beautiful day and give thanks.